Hey guys, DMS3TV here today. I've been sick lately, as I mentioned in my video earlier today, so my voice is a little bit messed up, but I've been really wanting to get this video out. This is the ModHouse ARGON. A lot of you may not know ModHouse yet, but I've been pretty impressed with what they've done so far. And with that being said, I want to go on and start this video off by saying that ARGON is unfortunately not something you can buy right now. The only way to get these is by finding a set of T50, T20, or T40 Mark IIs and sending them in to be converted into ARGON. Now this is simply because the T50 Mark II, T40 Mark II, and T20 Mark II have become really scarce, which is unfortunate. And I know there's the Mark III, but the Mark III has some changes to it that doesn't really allow it to be modified into ARGON in a way that's actually economically feasible. It would cost a lot more and be a lot more risky, things like that. But why, DMS, would you do a review of a headphone that isn't currently available without some serious searching? I'll tell you why. Yes, this is a Fostex mod. This is a T50 RP Mark II mod. But this is like the base king. They're closed back vented headphones. These have ZMF pads on them. If you don't know who ZMF is, they also started out by doing mods and kind of moved into their own originals now. They're planars, so you're not really going to be powering these off a phone. They're relatively isolating. They don't leak too much. I mean, obviously much less than any of the other headphones I have here. And they sound good. Now, when I got my hands on these, ARGONs were selling for around $200, and then the pads were added on top of that. These pads specifically, I think, are around $50 or $60. So you're looking at, you know, what I would call a more affordable can compared to a lot of things out there. I mean, they're cheaper than 650s, they're cheaper than a lot of hi-fi-men, things like that. And I don't want to directly compare them to things like that, and people have also asked me to compare them to the M1060. I don't want to compare them to that either, because these are closed cans. If you're going for closed cans, you're going for a completely different market, a completely different style of listening. And I don't really like closed cans usually. I usually hate closed cans, just because they sound so, well, closed off. They don't have this wide sound stage that you get out of open dynamics or open planars. They don't sound as alive usually, and that's one thing that ARGON has done an incredible job with, is there is little to no resonance inside these things. Everything just seems to kind of fade off into the distance. There's no real limit, it sounds like, on the sound stage. It doesn't sound like closed headphones at all. It just sounds like you're listening to open headphones in a very, very, very quiet room. So, what do I mean when I say that they're like the bass king? Well, being planar, they do have pretty intense bass extension, but this goes one step further than anything I've ever heard as far as planars are concerned, because I also will say I haven't heard really closed back planars, and my god, these things can just tear through the lows. It's not like thumping bass that'll destroy your brain and is super overpowering until you just hate it. It's like a little bit dark, a little bit warm, but always extremely clear. There's no mud at all in ARGON. Now, like I said, the big points that stand out here is, of course, the lows, but also the soundstage, which kind of just, it's ridiculous for what they are. I mean, there are some downsides here and there. Obviously, you are losing a little bit. I mean, you're not going to have as insane of a level of detail as you're getting on, like, you know, cans that cost 2 or 3 times as much, things like that, which is something you should expect because this is, you know, a $200 headphone with $60 pads on it. Now, this isn't something that's, you know, competing with like Icon or Elir or like any of the crazy stuff way up there, you know what I mean? This is something that you would get because it sounds good, it's isolating, and it's fun. And fun, I think, is really underrated in hi-fi. You find a lot of good headphones like, for example, this is hard now, HD 600s. Sound very good, but I wouldn't call them fun. 650s are more fun than 600s, because 650s kind of have that veil on them. They have a slight warm tone, but they're not booming. It's like how people talk about Mad Dogs. These are, you know, they're punchy but not overpowering. The highs kind of come back through just a little bit without being super sharp, but it's always tight. It's always got that impact, and it's something that I think would be perfect for someone who likes, say, electronic music or something like that. I don't think there's really much out there that you're going to enjoy nearly as much as ARGON without spending a ton of money. I almost want to go so far as to say that they're kind of like little bitty baby Z1Rs, but I mean, it's not. I'm not trying to say that these are $3,000 cans or $2,000. I don't remember how much Z1Rs are. A lot. But as far as closed back goes, they are very impressive. Now, once again, why am I doing a review on a set of headphones that isn't really available? Because I feel like you guys should know about ModHouse Audio. This is their only set of cans that I know of that they've done. They've come out with a set of speakers, which I have right there, that I'm currently reviewing. and I'm very excited to see what they come out with in the future. Now, I don't know if it's going to live up to Argon. I don't know if it's going to be better than Argon. I don't know at all what it's going to be. I have no idea what's going to be coming next. But if it even comes close to this, it's going to be very, very, very good. I've been recommending Argon to people for quite a while on my Discord and comments, things like that, and it kills me that they're now sold out. But if you can track down some T50s, T20s, or T40 Mark IIs, you should make them into Argon. You should have them sent off and turned into Argon. Just make sure that you get some pads with them. Because stock pads, I need to make a video on this. Nice pads versus stock pads is very, very, very important. These are the ZMF lambskins, and I tried them with several others. I tried them with alphas, I tried them with stock, I tried them with just different things I had laying around, and the ZMF pads definitely sounded the best and were the most comfortable. I mean, look how big this ear cup is. So I know this has been a little bit out of order for me and a little bit out of the ordinary, but like I said, I really just wanted to talk about these because I really like them. So the things I haven't covered, because I know I went straight into sound. There's a 3.5 twist lock on the side. You can use pretty much any 3.5mm cable you want with it. It's not balanced. I think there is a way to get them balanced, but that would be while you're having them made. The vent is right down here, and you can see the little ModHouse audio logo. There is obviously the ZMF pads and a leather band added on top that really improves comfort. And I can't really speak as to what they've done inside to mod these, but I do know that it takes a while. It takes I'm pretty sure a week or two or something like that to actually have your Argons made. So I know there's got to be some pretty intense stuff going on in here that they've changed to make these what they are. And especially from how they measure compared to stock T50s, I gotta say that I'm pretty impressed. Anyway, I'm running over on time here. I gotta get some more stuff going. I gotta prep for the big IEM roundup coming out. So guys, I really appreciate you tuning in. If you didn't check out the video with the giveaway results, go check that out. I will provide a link to it in the video description, as well as links to my Patreon and Discord. I really appreciate the people who help support me on Patreon. And if you have any questions that I didn't get answered in the comments, go check out the Discord. There's a lot of really helpful people on there who can help you figure out exactly what you need. Anyway, until next time guys, this has been DMS3TV. Peace.